Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with the fact that HBAR is still going sideways on the price chart. While we see massive announcements left and right from the team. It's something that I've been looking at, especially around Hedera. I do think that this has been an incredible time to not only accumulate some cheap HBARs, but also really kind of, prepare yourself for what's coming, right? Which is mass enterprise adoption. This entire time under 10 cents during this, roughly over a year now, it's like a year and a month, has been an incredible time for those that actually see the value behind utility and the value behind Hedera. Everyone has been centered out on the supply. They've been talking about this, that, whatever. And you know what? I love it. It's the same reason why I just recently talked about Algorand. I'm like, everyone thinks that Algo is dead. That's never coming back. And I'm just like, I take this time to really kind of look into the opportunities within the space that I know about, that I've researched for years, and I know the value behind them. Hedera and HBAR is no different, as everybody wants to continue to FUD the supply while we see major announcements like the one that we recently seen yesterday. I continue to look at the value in the future on Hedera and HBAR, and I really want to say to everyone out there that is doubting HBAR as an investment, I want you guys to realize that we have not even gotten to the point of mass adoption yet. Like when mass adoption actually happens and when like major utilization kicks in, it's game over. I've talked about this. Like if we actually look at Metrica right now, in the past year, let's go year to date actually. So year to date, I'm just going to estimate it to about like 14 billion transactions. That's about roughly $1.4 million in revenue. It doesn't seem like much, right? Because it's not. 13.7 billion transactions year to date is nothing. For Hedera at least. But today we know that Hedera is the most utilized DLT within the space. And at some point in time, the revenue that will be generated from the transactions on Hedera is going to change the trajectory of HBAR as a token. Why? Because HBAR powers the network. HBAR powers everything that happens on Hedera. And this is just the starting point. From here on out, the growth of transactions on Hedera is only going to ramp up more and more, especially as more and more use cases go live from the enterprise grade sector. But I did say over on Twitter, I said every single enterprise will need to have transparent reporting of their emissions/sustainability practices. This is a major agenda, and it is being mandated in areas like the EU. How will companies be able to securely and accurately record/report this information? Blockchain and DLT will be the answer to this. Hedera is a perfect example of how this will lead to mass adoption from the enterprise side. This is also why HBAR is becoming a blue chip in this space and why everyone should be focused on HBAR for the long-term journey ahead. And I've talked about this, right? Like I've talked about it with many projects. Like if you actually come over here to HBAR and you invest $1,000 into HBAR today, that is roughly almost 20,000 HBAR. Let's throw that number up to $5,000. And I know that a lot of people are going to say $5,000, there's no way that I could do that. I want you guys to realize that we had a whole year to accumulate this token. Think about that. That's $500 a month. Actually, it's less than $500 a month. So in my opinion, it's all what you value. Because this is nearly 100,000 HBAR. You probably could have had 100,000 HBAR by this time if you started accumulating last year during the summer. 100,000 HBAR is the minimum. I think that should be the minimum that you are looking at. Because I believe that HBAR is going to $1 plus. I even said $3 to $6. Everyone should be looking into accumulating gems like HBAR. When everyone is so bearish, when everybody's talking down on these investments, that's when you should be looking into these tokens. Because like I said, I do believe that HBAR is a blue chip. I believe that the adoption for Hedera coming from the enterprise grade sector is going to be absolutely massive in the coming, weeks, months, and even years ahead. And I even said, when we look at the GC, this is what you should be looking at. All right. You are putting your money where all of these companies see value. These are large companies out there. DBS, a massive bank, Shinhan Bank, Standard Bank, FIS, FPOS, EDF, Aberdeen, Avery Dennison, Boeing, Google, Dell. I mean, you name it. These are huge companies. And they are all here backing Hedera. Do you think that's just because they see value in blockchain and DLT? They see value in the third generation technology of crypto. Hedera has fundamentally changed the game. They've proven that they are the number one choice for scalable use cases. And it's only going to grow from here on out. So let's dive into this massive announcement from the Hedera team. We're excited to announce that HMG Newsroom, the largest car manufacturer in South Korea, this is Hyundai, by the way, and Kia have introduced an AI-enabled supply chain carbon emissions tracking solution on the highly scalable Hedera network. This is why I say we will see enterprise adoption for Hedera continued because of the scalability, sustainability, the efficiencies. We do see down here, together with Hyundai and Kia, this supplier CO2 emission monitoring system, SCEMS, if you will, enables auto manufacturers to compute carbon emissions at every stage of the supply chain. This is a huge turning point because remember, it's a major agenda and it's something that is going to be mandated, especially in areas like the EU. In turn, enabling us in our mission to bring the balance sheet of the planet to the public ledger. All SCEMS data is tracked and secured reliably through the Hedera Consensus Service throughout business operations, including the procurement of raw materials, manufacturing process, and product transportation. With this revolutionary system, Hyundai Motor and Kia ultimately aim to tackle climate change issues by preemptively meeting local and global environmental regulations and establishing sustainable supply chains within the companies and with their cooperative partners. So this is domino affecting into the partners of Hyundai and even Kia, which is again something extremely valuable because it's an enterprise domino effect, if you will, or if you will, network effect. And we even do see down here, we're deeply proud to stand alongside Hyundai and Kia as the next global institutions leveraging Hedera to drive sustainability for both their businesses and our planet. And if you actually look at all of this, like this is going to be a significant amount of adoption and also throughput on the network. This is their entire business operation from start to finish. So this is huge. And we do see over here in the article, so if we scroll down, the launch of Hyundai Motor Company and Kia Corporation's blockchain-based supplier CO2 emission monitoring system on the Hedera mainnet demonstrates two main points that the Hedera community should be excited about. One, the value of our network is seen by enterprises beyond the GC. Two, when data accuracy and security are mission critical, Hedera is second to none. And we even do see that SCEMS is designed to compute carbon emissions at every stage of the supply chain. So literally every stage of their business operation, if you will, is going to be recorded on the Hedera network, enabling Hyundai Motor and Kia to secure reliable data across its suppliers' business operations, including procurement of raw materials, the manufacturing process, and product transportation. Blockchain technology holds the key to a revolutionary approach in managing carbon emissions and combating climate change, ushering in a new era of sustainable supply chains within our cooperative network. We stand proudly at the forefront of this transformative journey, collaborating with our partners to shape a greener and brighter future for all. Reducing carbon emissions is a critical step towards mitigating the impacts of climate change, and in order to succeed, data needs to be measured, verified, and reported with accuracy and transparency. SCEMS also integrates AI technology, making it possible to set carbon reduction targets and accurately predict future carbon emissions. The combination of AI technology and the high-performance Hedera network enables Hyundai, Motor, Kia, and their partners to preemptively meet local and global environmental regulations and establish sustainable supply chains. SCEMS enables regulators, stakeholders, and investors to have complete visibility and confidence in the data. So yeah, this is extremely exciting, and it's the start of mass adoption, especially for technology around the sustainability area, and I do think that Hedera is going to be one of the best choices for this. A few people were trying to pinpoint how much volume this will bring. MC actually just said no idea the volume will bring or this will bring, but as a starting point, an average car is made up of about 30,000 parts, each one with its own life cycle from raw material through disposal. And also another individual, HBAR Puffs and Stuff, I hope that I'm saying that name right. I did the math on this. This could easily ramp up to 20,000 transactions per second, 1.9 billion transactions per day. And that's just the beginning stage. And yeah, this would be significant because this is about roughly, give or take, $190,000 per day. If I'm wrong, I am sorry, but that's roughly what I'm estimating simply off of what I've calculated with the transactions year to date. But this is significant because, hey, you know, that's way more revenue than what Hedera is generating right now. And everybody was so excited when Hedera started to ramp up the TPS. But also over here, I calculated exactly the same. This is from HBAR Tata over on Twitter. As best case scenario earlier today, 7 million vehicles per year, 30,000 parts in an average car. Tracking from raw materials through to customer delivery, 100,000 HCS transactions, $10 per car equates to about 20,000 TPS. So if we have this, right, if we have this significant amount of TPS demand from one use case like this, combined with already what we have on the network, and then also the Coupon Bureau, Neuron, there's so many huge use cases still that have yet to go fully live on Hedera. Imagine the revenue that Hedera is going to be bringing in per day, per week, per month, per year. I strongly believe that HBAR is destined for the top 10. I've talked about it many times on this channel. I look at Ethereum, I look at some of the tokens that are in the top 15. It's comical to me. You know, think about it like this, right? You look at Ethereum. Ethereum has about $220 billion in market cap. Why? I ask myself this question every single day. Why? I'm not an Ethereum hater. I'm just saying, like, why would I utilize Ethereum over Hedera? Or better yet, why is Dogecoin in the top 8? $10.3 billion in market cap? Or Shiba Inu? Almost $5 billion in market cap. This market makes zero sense. That's why we need to have a flush of the garbage, so that things like Hedera could thrive. And I say that, and I truly mean it, because guess what? This market is a laughingstock at this point. Utility will shine. Right now, utility doesn't shine, but soon it will. And I do think that it's going to be tokens like Hedera, or if you will, HBAR, that explode rapidly when utility does matter. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As is up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are on this video. That's been Nick. Peace out, guys.